Hey everyone, I'm Wa.
And I'm Chris, and welcome to Talkie Sweeties.
We're two longtime friends who discuss the riveting and sometimes trashy world of reality TV and docuseries.
Yes, but through our own lens, honey, which could be salty, peppery, it can be very spicy, can be bland. Just like boring and bland, just like unseasoned, but at the end of the day, hopefully mildly sweet. Hi.
Hello. So today we're talking 90 Day Fiancé The Other Way, Season 5, Episode 2, Long Distance Medium. Not Long Island Medium, Long Distance Medium.
You ever watch that show, Wa?
No,
Teresa Caputo?
didn't watch it.
Hey, have you ever gone to any sort of psychic medium or any sort of like clairvoyant anyone?
Yes.
Oh yeah, you went to your like witchy woo woo Costa Rican person, right?
No.
You went to the person that Tanya went to.
Yes.
Is that the person you're
Yes.
talking about?
No. Oh, I forgot. Yes. I skipped over that. I have been twice. The first time I went, I was in college and I was around UCLA hanging out with some college friends. Cal Poly crashed. UCLA, comedy scene. But anyway, so we were there and me and Ashley went in and the lady told me that someone was blocking my like love chi, that like someone had put a curse on me so that I would like never find love. And then if I paid them $200, then they would wipe it away. And Chris, I didn't pay the $200.
Are you looking back? You wish you had.
Yeah, and I talk to Ashley about it all the time. Every time I'm like, "Do you remember when we went to the psychic and they told me I wasn't gonna ever find love?" And she's like, "Wahima," and I'm like,
What? Is she still there?
"No, I don't think so. I don't know."
Have you ever thought about it? We should go look.
I mean, it really did
We're
like
going back there, honey. We're going back
broke
there.
my spirit. She was absolutely right. And I know who did it. I know who the villain was. Some girl who hated me in college. But anyways, we've learned our life lessons, and you won, Christy. You won.
Her name is Christy.
Mm-hmm.
I want to kill her.
No, she'll curse you too.
Not if she's dead. Anyway, okay, so we'll start the show. Don't worry, we're talking about this show. Don't even worry about it. 3 minutes in.
Tree?
Okay.
How many minutes? Tree?
2 minutes in. 2 minutes in.
Yeah, let's talk about Wayne and Holly. But if we get a better picture of them, it's this one. For those of you who are on Patreon who are seeing visuals of what all you are listening to. $10 a month, patreon.com.
He hates that dress, honey. He hates that dress.
I hate that dress. Also, she looks like what every other pale skinned, dark haired person may be trying to do, which is like look like some kind of anime and or something character. And she does look like that. Look at this. And look at him. He looks like one of the characters from he's just that tooth. You know what I mean? These are the perfect angles.
You know what? You're so right. Well, I never thought of that, but yes, they both look like they would go to Comic-Con and like dress as things. You're absolutely right. There is a certain kind of, and I'm not going to say it's like dark-haired girl because they're always like I don't know, their actual real color could be like sandy blonde, brown, who knows? But it's always the most, how do I know that? It's like the person that looks like Grimes. Like Grimes can buy and sell my entire life for the rest of my life or whatever, because of whatever. But she is like, that kind of girl who just has like a canvas look, the face and body and hair and eyes. It's just a blank canvas. And they fancy themselves, and they are artists. Yeah. And so they're going to use it to like stand out and be something. And, like it's like, obviously there are many different types of people who like do cosplay, but like, yeah, there is such a penchant for like the tiny waif, like, sort of like blank looking white woman who can just become something important, Anyway, so yeah, we talk about her. So we start off, and it's her, honey. She has like one, little. Thank God, I just saw what you just did. She has one little curler left in her hair, and it's like one of those spongy ones, and it's like you don't know. She probably doesn't know it's there. She thinks that she got them all, but she can't always get them all. And so how like older women would leave a curler in their hair. Okay, I do have my lovely landlord always has like a curler left in the back of her hair. It's so cute. Okay, and I'll never tell her. It's adorable. But like, yeah, like Holly has things that she finds all the time in her hair. Like, like scissors and like a sock, like someone's baby. Like she doesn't know they're there and she pulls them out. So, oh yeah, it's like a Mary Poppins bag, that hair. But she's like, getting her red, cushion Samsonite and her mom. They've ordered a Uber Black, and they're getting into the car because, she's so happy to have her mom en route with her to South Africa. And in the car ride, it really, really hits home that this is a 44-year-old woman who acts like she is, I mean, 19 in this car with her mom. Like she's like, yeah, mom, I want to see what happens. And her mom's kind of like, well, Holly, poor Holly, we'll just see, I haven't seen her like this for a minute with someone. But like her mom's relationship with her is very much like not of this is an adult that exists in this world. Wah.
It feels like her mother has been playing the Princess of the Bride for at least 2 times prior to this, because this woman's been married 3 times. So she's acting as though this was the real time she's getting married, and that this is the everything, it should be perfect. And right, mom, you always want someone for me that's so nice and, right, mom? And mom's like, yeah. And then we realize that the mom got eyelashes.
Yes.
And we realize that her daughter probably put them on her.
Yes.
And then we're like, what does she look like without the eyelashes?
So bad that Holly is trying desperately to look nothing like it for the rest of her life.
Yes.
And I'll say this, of all the things, I'll say this, I think that the mom's eyelashes were somewhat tasteful. It could have been worse.
There was, lashes were tasteful. There was no eyebrows at all. But if you're on Patreon, you can see this picture I put up. This is the look, not the exact anime character, but this is the kind of look that Holly is going for. And this is the look that Wayne is going for. Is this not Wayne?
Okay, so this is what the father from
Hotel Transylvania.
Okay, and you've seen this movie before?
Mm-hmm.
Because LaDonnie? Okay, no, the answer is no, because if she likes it, that was the answer. Okay, and then go back to the other person, that's Holly? Oh, the woman with the harmonica?
She doesn't have a harmonica. She is a vampire that they have to put this in her mouth in order for her to not change and kill everybody on the Japanese countryside.
Okay, so what is this from and who's her name?
I don't know. I can't remember where it's from and I can't remember her name, but Demon Slayer. No, maybe not Demon Slayer. It's a popular one. You guys know the one where everybody's getting vampirism. And so in order to save his sister, Oni-chan, he has to put that thing in her mouth in order to keep her from like turning.
Yeah, everyone knows this. You know why I said this? Because I have a friend with kids and that those kids love that. And they showed it to me and I was like, what is that? And
Let me see
why I'm
Demon
like,
Slayer.
I know I have to watch more anime and play more video games. Anyway, so
it's
okay.
Demon Slayer. I was right.
Okay.
Her name is Nezuko. 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 Anyways, yeah. And he's the father from Transylvania.
He looks just like that.
He looks just
and you got the
like
fangs.
that.
Good for you. Good for you. He has such a
like
smug look in this picture. She looks in this picture we have of her right after the plane. I mean, she looks like she's drunk as a skunk, and he looks like he just is so excited to like bag the girl, but like he's also realizing that he can like pretty much feel her like unbroad boob right there, and he doesn't know how to feel about that. But
but also she like was hidden for 2.5 hours. Like she was throwing up for 2.5 hours. Like he's waiting there for her, and the plane lands, and they don't even get off and come greet him immediately.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. What else happens?
You got there. Yeah, I mean, that's when she got sick. And yeah, she got sick, and then he waited and he brought her, the mom was there, and she like didn't want to kiss him, and he drops information like, that he finds what she wore very revealing, and that he's watching as people go past and stare at her sexually, and it gives him pause.
Oh, Also, he's worried about her adaptation to that South African life, and she's like, "We're moving," and he's like, "I put too much into the house, so we're not moving." And she's upset, like kinda, but she looks like she's really cosplaying some kind of like demon Dracula person, like she looks like a lycanthrope who's just turned from back to human.
Well, she's Drusilla. We've already known that. Okay, so but haha. But yeah, like also the mom just can't stop, admiring her eyelashes in the mirror. No, just kidding. The mom can't stop just being like, this isn't safe. I don't like how unsafe this feels. This doesn't look safe. Is this who are those? Like, she's just like, she's very fearful for her prepubescent daughter that she's kept locked in like Rapunzel locked, I guess, in a tower, as it not, this is a almost nearing 50-year-old woman that you are like, I mean, titty milking around. I don't have to tell you, titty milking. But yeah, like Wayne has two biddies on his hands and one crazy biddy. And I she's nuts, she's, I'm sorry, let me move this side. She's absolutely nuts. And this is gonna be great TV.
Good. I'm glad that you're liking it. Shall we move on to
Yes.
TJ and Brittany?
Bloops. Yep.
Yep. All right. So we have got TJ and Brittany. I mean, this seems like it was going to work, and then he told us something. So first we have scenes of TJ doing his voiceover work, and he's really proud of his voices. He's really
Yeah.
proud of all the levels and skills that he has, and shame on this producer for doing this.
I mean, I just unfortunately am in a town full of professional actors, and so I was like, oh my god, he's horrible. He like has two voices anyway, but he's cute. He's cute, and cast in the role of Jenny slash Jen is now Kimberly, but he basically opens up with the things that we like, which is India is not an independent society. We live communal living. Everyone's in your business, and then this part I was happy about because I don't remember ever having such cow time in the very beginning. Like this made me feel like, oh, wherever he lives, the cows are in the house. He described his cow as a mom, and that was just like, I loved that. That made me feel like I want to hug a cow immediately. And also like, oh god, I really like steak. But anyway, moving on. So but here's the thing, like his mom looks just like Rishi's mom. Did you feel like his mom looked like Rishi's mom?
She was prettier than Rishi's mom.
Younger and prettier, yes. But he, gives us all the things that we already know, like in Indian culture, it's like this, and there's arranged marriage, and it's because of this, and then people are expected to move in here and this. The youngest one takes over the reins, because women work in the home and men work outside. It's all the things that we are like, check, 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 check. And then I think this is the part that Wah says that he says to us that makes us can't put our money on him. Well, I don't want to put that on you, but is it that when he says that he isn't, that she'll get on board, that she doesn't know yet?
Yeah, I mean, but before that, Chris,
Okay.
he says he manifested her. He said that he got down and he like did his Nam Myoho Renge Kyo, which is Buddhism, so it's not Hinduism at all. But he he got himself to a place where he was like at peace, and he manifested that this girl responded to his message, and she did. So he's one of these like traditional, non-traditional guys, meaning that when they get married, they want to be traditional, but how they find their partner is not traditional.
That's so funny. Yes.
So yeah, they talk about women being the ones who take care of the kids and home, and then they show a snippet of a wonderful woman wearing a wonderful, beautiful sari with like two green bracelets, and she is moving around an old-fashioned looking iron, like maybe the one that you actually put coals into to keep hot, and then like the handle of it is a peppercorn grinder handle. So that was cool, and then he says that, he's expecting the traditional Indian wife. And we know at this point in our journey, in our 90-day fiancé journey, we know what a traditional Indian, what that wife expectation is. And he says that he's just going to wait till after marriage to tell her, like, it's going to be fine. It's
yeah,
be fine.
That's when we both washed our hands of it. Like, well, all right. Is that what it is? Ask if it's okay. Well,
and then we cut to her and she's got tarot cards. Come on, Misty Woo Woo. Aren't those the best looking tarot cards you've ever seen?
No, I have better ones.
Personally?
Yeah.
Oh, don't tell people that you're a Catholic. You're not supposed to have those demonic things.
Come and get me. As Selena Gomez would say, when you're ready, come and get it. Oh, it's not me, it's it. But yeah, she's giving her, I love that this reading she gives her friend is so funny because she's like, remember how I told you that thing with like those people? Well, like that's happening. And her friend's like, wow. And I was like, is your friend paying you for this? She's like, I'm everything Claire, honey. I'm Clarissa explains it all. I'm clairvoyant. She's like, I'm Claire this, I'm Claire
I'm
that. I'm like,
Clairol,
I
that
know.
old
Thank
company.
you. Yeah. I hate it so much. Like I'm Clarisonic.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm Claire Danes.
Oh, yes. You're Claire
Huxtable.
Huxtable. Oh, God damn it.
Sorry.
Wait, there's another Claire you don't know. There's Claire Randall Fraser.
That's not a real person, Wah.
It is. It's just as real as Claire Huxtable.
Okay, I'm sure.
It's from Outlander. Claire Randall Fraser.
Oh, yeah,
Claire
right. Yes.
Elizabeth Beecham Randall Fraser.
Claire.
Yeah, he's like Claire, or he calls her Sasnak. Anyways, she's all those things that our Kimberly is, and she somehow went to school there for a full year and was on a student visa. I don't know what she was studying, but she got to spend a lot of time with the love of her life, in which I guess she could have possibly learned what a traditional housewife, entails, but she seemingly does not know. And now she's been back in the US for 4 months. And she thinks that he's having an apartment built on top of the parents' house. She also thinks that he is actively planning their wedding. And he is doing none of the above.
She also thinks that she would have a say in an Indian wedding as someone that doesn't live there and not giving any money.
Yeah.
She thinks that she would have a say without being there or giving any money or being of the culture. She thinks that she has a say.
Yeah, she's like, I want to wear this, and the family's like, she wanted to wear white.
Yeah. No, they're like, okay, Karen, sit down. We're planning this. You're wearing red, honey, lady in red. Like she's. I can't wait for. Yeah, I'm actually. You know what? I like a younger Jenny. Cassius Jenny.
Yeah, I love that. Yeah, you're right. And the mother and the family's like, look, we've been doing it all. Okay, look at here. We have been doing it all. What has she been doing? And then she's gonna come here and not be a traditional wife. And he's like, well, I want her to like slowly get into it. Like she'll slowly get it. And it is so interesting how some men can just be so fucking off about how much they think their partner would love to clean and take care of. You know what I mean? Like he's just like, let's just ease her into it, as though like cleaning and taking care of the elderly is something that is naturally innate to women, and Kimberly like not doing it is only because she doesn't know about the glory of it or something, right?
Yeah. What he means is the glory of the responsibility not being on his shoulders for his mom's health and well-being and happiness. Go ahead.
It's crazy.
Yeah, I don't understand, for someone who has all these psychic abilities, how she's not seeing like what's coming. But okay, so I have that's all to say about them.
Yeah, she has habitual optimism because of her sad background, and then we see her stepmom and her dad,
I forgot about that.
And they go bowling, and where she's like telling them that she hasn't had any say, and stepmother is like, I love you or whatever, and she's like, you'll still be my mama. So mother issues. Hey.
Yeah, that part. You're right. That part. Yeah. I forgot what it's called, split lanes, or like the yeah. You're right.
All right.
And also her YouTube channel and her like little like videos. God bless.
God bless. God bless. All right, let's talk about Julio and Kirsten.
Yeah.
You go.
Okay, so I think that I said that I didn't think that she was like she had done all those like filtered pictures, and then when we saw her, I was like, but then in real life and these like moving pictures, she's absolutely beautiful. I think she's really pretty. I really like dark eyebrows and blonde hair. Now she's obviously platinum blonde; she could go a little darker and have it be a thing. But I like her eyebrows and everything. So basically, obviously, as we cut off last, he's at the airport, and literally Jake and Wa had to talk me through the fact that I thought that she hadn't even boarded the plane yet, but she in fact had, and then her passport was taken as she was already off the plane, and it was because she supposedly had to answer the question like what she was doing there by being like my boyfriend, and then
they were like, "You mean your pimp?"
They were like, "Did he give you some luggage?" And she's like, no, but she's like scared and shaking, and so like bring her back, and so like I feel bad for her because I get it. So that's what happened. That's why she was like a criminal or whatever. So she gets out. I can't do whatever accent that is, but so she gets there, and he's so happy to see her, and she's there. She can't believe it, and he like knows not any Dutch, like no, not a Dutch. Like it's a crazy language. He tried to like learn for 2 seconds. He said, and then just was like, oh what you bitches, you crazy bitches. I don't know what you're thinking. But one cute moment happens is that when she leaves the airport, she's like, which obviously like is LaGuardia or JFK because it's international. And she's like, oh, it's I've never seen such things like in movies. Like, look at that. It is a school bus. Crazy. And then she's like, where is the person that holds the thing? And in my mind, I was like, the crossing guard. But this girl meant the Statue of Liberty, which somehow he got. He was like, Julio was like, the Statue of Liberty. And I was like, the Statue of Liberty. She's like, yeah.
I got it too. As soon as she said that, the person holding the thing, I was like, oh yeah, I get it. The statue, I get it. Yeah.
She had said school bus. And then she said, where's the person holding the thing? And so I was like, this crossing guard. That's that is an easy jump, so I don't understand how you guys went. And also she said, where is the man holding the thing? And the Statue of Liberty
is a woman,
a beautiful freedom woman.
A beautiful freedom woman. Okay, I didn't know it was a woman.
It's a beautiful freedom woman.
I didn't know it was a beautiful
freedom woman.
I don't know if I can say freedom woman. I'm black. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't free for us.
Whatever. No, it's French. It's a French gift. That's why I like it. It's okay. It's a French gift.
Oh, okay, great. Anyways, do you want to know what a porn star martini is?
Yes.
Okay, so she orders it when they go to that weird fake empty Manhattan bar. And a porn star martini is a passion fruit flavored cocktail.
Passion? Okay.
Mm-hmm. I could stop you every time you say something that doesn't make sense, and I don't. I let it go every 3 times. Is a passion fruit flavored cocktail made with vanilla flavored vodka, passion fruit juice, lime juice, and something called passoa, traditionally accompanied with a chilled shot of prosecco. Okay, it's vanilla flavored vodka with.
It's too sweet.
Oh, really? That's sweet for you?
With pomegranate juice and all that stuff. This is like I don't
passion
think I ever
fruit
really.
And passoa. I don't know what that means. And lime juice.
I'm over flavored vodkas. I would rather have a good vodka in a drink than a flavored vodka, and just have the flavors of the drink be the flavors instead of flavored vodka.
Yeah. Okay, so that's what that is. That's what she ordered, and then they decided to go back. They just had to do a stupid scene, after they put their suitcases down, had sex, and like showered. They had to do a stupid scene in a bar, and they did, and that was it. So he says she's worried that his mother is going to blame her for taking the son away, and she's just like, I hope that doesn't happen.
It's gonna happen.
Yeah. Then we've got Kenny and Armando, but like the truth is, who cares, right?
I honestly, if I could, I'd vote to just not talk about them at all. The only reason why I feel bad about that is usually we do that for people we don't like, and it's not that I don't like them. They are lovely people. It's just that they are not TV material personalities.
Yeah. I don't know. Kenny went shopping, and Armando gave him a list and tried to get him to do it in Spanish, or at least try. And the man didn't even know the word for salt. And I'm like, if you don't know words that help you eat, and you're going to that place to live, I have a problem with that. If I were to move to like Kosovo right now, I would learn everything there is to eat. I would learn how to say fork, knife, even though I don't know how to say that in Spanish. I would learn to say hot, cold, salt, pepper, spicy. You don't just say certain things, but Kenny didn't know it. Armando's like, see, I'm gonna have to do everything for you in this city. You can't even do anything. And Kenny's like, I can. I'm a grown man, and I moved all the way over here. And Armando's like, I don't want to be held responsible for the fact that you moved here. And Kenny's like, how could you think that? I would never even do that. And then, that's the end of that.
Even but like Kenny's such a lovely person, but his voice is so like, Armando, how could you even say that? It's just I mean, like, these again, if I knew them in real life, I'd be so happy to know them in real life. And I don't want them on my TV. Okay, so yeah, who else?
We have Queen Mary of Brendan next.
Ooh, a Brandan next. Wow, this got this. I went through a range of emotion while watching this episode, which was I went from like being like, I don't know if I can watch this, it's so horrible and it's so toxic, to being like, they deserve each other. I gotta learn a lesson. I got into a point where I'm like, let's learn a lesson.
Yeah. No, I think you're absolutely right. That's a good place to be from.
Yeah.
We just have to watch.
The godparents too think that. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, we just have to watch this happen, because the truth is he's a grown ass person in his mind, and he has no contingency plans should it not work out with him living in the Philippines, not anywhere in North America where it's a hop, skip, and a fucking jump. He's talking about being a place where he's going to have to gather $2,000 or get some help from his family to get him out. And he's going to the boonies too. Apparently she lives like far from the city. So we're just going to watch this unfold, because he doesn't have a contingency plan, which shows how young and dumb he is.
Yep. It's just his godparents can do nothing. His mom has a whole turnaround, and it was actually a really beautiful scene with the mom, because I think that she came off in the beginning with all the backstories being maybe trashy and maybe just like whatever. But the truth is, she came back with such maturity, and I felt her heart in such a way, as well as just this moment of being like, this asshole is the dumbest fucking asshole. Gave $60,000 to this girl who's just out of her mind bananas, and they're just in like they are, it's like half of me thought, okay, so so obviously he leaves, and his mom, as I've said, they have a scene because she meets him at the airport after he didn't realize that she'd be there. They hadn't talked, but it's a scene where she's like, you're going to go away and I can't think about it, but I hope that we're not close, or we're close, even though we're going to be far away. And so he's like, that's what I needed to hear. And thank you so much. It means a lot. He gets on the plane. And then 30 minutes later, like, we start to see texts and a breakdown between him and Mary over his seatmates. Like, he keeps sitting by girls and she's losing her goddamn mind. But as they're showing the texts about, like, oh, you're gonna talk to her? I bet you're gonna talk to you. Always like women, I'm not gonna talk to you. I started being like, I feel like I'm watching someone's kink.
Yes, but it doesn't look like they're enjoying responsibly.
I like, there's lots of different kinds of kink, and like, I don't know, there was something about the emotionalness of it that I was like, they have got to be orgasmic during this.
Listen to it. You might be right, because there is absolutely no reason that he just didn't turn off his phone and say that something happened to his phone the entire journey. The fact that she's getting upset that he has to get his seat changed, and he enjoys doing it. And so he gets off in a way too. The moment that, flight attendant was moving him to another seat, he probably pre-came a little. Like, because there's no way that you would put up with this kind of shenanigans unless you were getting something from it.
Yeah.
And he allowed this to be what it is. What's funny is that in the picture of him showing the background, he's talking about like things that happened in the past, and he's supposedly sitting in his RV. But my thing is like, either A, he's not with her anymore, and he's actually moved back home, and is sitting in his RV, or they just like cut the background out and put it on a green screen so that we could see it.
Wow. Wow, honey. That's very smart.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wait. Yeah, because it's like, how is he talking about this? You're
Yeah.
right. Now that they totally could have done that. They do that all the time. So,
Yeah.
but
So
that's yeah.
he's got the green screen of a sad background following him.
The RV, because you think the RV
Yeah,
sad?
it is. I don't think I know.
Aw.
But
Aw.
he gave that woman $60,000 to build a home, and he's like, "Oh, her grandparents are going to live with us for a while because they're house." And I'm like, her grandparents are living with you forever. You bought a family home.
Mhm.
Like, they're not leaving. They're fully living in that home, like la-di-da right now. You think that is your name on anything? Who bought that land? You? Like, he's gonna lose out on this
Good.
112%. And his godfather was right. Like, what if things go wrong and she tells you to leave? You don't have a leg to stand on. He's like, she wouldn't do that. And I'm like, this person who's mad at you for sitting next to somebody who you can't control on an airplane, you don't think is gonna kick you out of the country? Oh, yes, she is.
She basically in the text were like, "I'm done. Don't even come." Like, I mean, here's the thing. I hate to say it. It's just that we all have so many lessons to learn, and this one's going to be a big one for him because it's going to be a life one, his security, his health, his money, but he's very young, and he looks and he walks this earth as like a Caucasian cisgender straight man. So he's young, and he gets to learn a valuable, humble lesson, which is that like, what are you doing?
Yeah. Yeah. And he's going to learn this, and then he's going to just live the rest of his life out in, wherever he's from in the US. He's not going to stay
Eugene,
there.
Oregon.
He's not going to stay there. I don't know where he's at.
I have a question. What do you think Mary, okay. What do you think Mary's motives are? Do you think that there's a nefarious one where she is like, I got $60,000 from him anytime I can get him to leave?
No.
Okay.
I don't think that.
You don't think that she's a little bit crazy and can kind of play it on like manipulative, like Jasmine, like, oh, like, or whatever, like, or do you think that she's 100% sincere? And if she's 100% sincere, do you think that she's also like incredibly mentally unstable and has issues?
Yeah, no.
Okay.
Plan B. No. Okay. Yeah. Cave 2.
Cave 2.
Yeah, choose your own adventure. Cave.
Okay.
The second cave on the left. Sorry.
Okay.
Cave on the left. Yeah, you're right. I think that she's a crazy person, and I'm just gonna watch this very young couple disintegrate, unlike Steven and Olga. So Olga.
Yeah.
But that's it, right?
Yeah. Why isn't it? It's it because we didn't have we obviously haven't had the whoever this person is.
No, we just didn't go in as deep on each of the couples as we could have. There was more nuggets in each couple that we could have talked about.
But it almost feels like we have but we have no more people because we don't. Because we didn't have Amanda and Razin.
Well, this is not the same show as Amanda and Razin.
Okay, just kidding. Okay, just pretend that I didn't say that, everyone. I love you guys so much. So here's the thing. God bless me. God bless you. God bless Wa specifically for having to do a podcast with me. Can you believe it? I feel bad for her, and you should too. But I love you guys so much. And, we're getting into this. We're dipping our toe into
social
it,
media,
if you will.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I was like, get with it. Okay, so I'm getting to it. Well, I was making a little joke about dipping my toe into toe.
I know, but I didn't know that. And it wasn't until you said it that I knew what was happening. I thought you were just like, you wanted my support and telling you which direction to go into. But okay. No. Sometimes I don't know.
I know. But sometimes she has a path. It's just a little meandering. So our social medias are at DocuSweeties on Instagram, at DocuSweeties on TikTok, and at DocuSweeties1 on Twitter because, we couldn't get the real one for some reason. What?
As well as if you wanted to see or, support your girls financially and, get our extra stuff like lives every first Monday of the month, exclusive content. You get the episodes a full 24 hours before anybody else, and maybe a little more. You can join us on patreon.com/DocuSweeties, $10 a month. Again, patreon.com/DocuSweeties. Thank you guys. We love you, and we'll see you in the next episode of whatever we're watching. Bye.
Bye.